Hey, HTH community, back again. Leaf Longino, that podcast to help with that day-to-day positivity, to get over stress, anxiety, and day-to-day issues that we go through and how we react to things, and showing how day-to-day life hacks, in a way, can help us achieve and overcome anything through perspective and patience and persistence. Definitely. So today, guys, we're talking about. I want to share with you guys things I've realized in my life over my lifetime. Some things I would say these are my definite physic laws that I've learned throughout my life that are ironclad. That if we all tend to or realize that, we can raise our elevation and mindset. So with number one, I want to start with, guys, pretty much what I always believe is that change is inevitable. Things will always change. If anything that's taught me that, it's this time of COVID and isolation that we had to go through, of shutdown. Felt like that was never going to end. But of course, we realize, as we see now, society has come back. Society is back the way it was. People are outside again. People are not wearing masks. People are living their lives. With COVID still being here, we've learned to live with it. So we have to understand, guys, we've learned to adapt to this new illness or new threat of an illness. We've learned to adapt and live with it. So we understand, guys, that the human mind, guys, we're built for change. We're built for growth, for adaptation. Okay? So we have to really understand that always adversity will introduce a man to himself. So usually through the trials and tribulations that we go through, it will hopefully we are aware of those things and we can see the change and hopefully change with it, pretty much react to the change rather than having the change react us. We want to be prepared, just like with the seasons, guys. Just like it's summer now, soon will be fall, so we have to prepare for winter. We know times, the sun, the weather will get bad. We have to put the coats back on. And so we have to understand and adapt to it and prepare for change and understand that it is coming. That's just like with life. We go through good things. We love those situations, and we also go through bad. Life is cyclic, guys. We have to prepare for it and understand that it comes and goes. Things are not here to stay. Things are here to go. We have to understand that. Things will always change, the good and the bad. Consistency. Number two, guys. Consistency over intensity. Okay, I've learned that lesson through exercise and weight training. It's not about going to the gym one day out of a week and killing yourself and being there for 3-4 hours and feeling like, hey, why I'm not growing? Why is my body not showing adaptation or change? Because you aren't allowing your body, you don't understand the methods of growth. The methods of growth is consistency, not intensity. So if you go to the gym for 3 hours, let's say twice in a week, you go 3 hours, long time. That's a long time to be hitting the gym. Versus a man who goes 3 to 4 times a week and goes maybe an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. Same type of exercises, different lengths of time. Right? I guarantee you the man that goes 3 to 4 times a week will start to show progress before the man who goes twice a week and goes for 3 hours a day, because it's not about intensity. It's consistency. How many days can you do the thing that you need to do? And if you're doing these things across an amount of time, then you need to space it within that time. You want to pace yourself. Because if you're going to do something every day, hey, start out small. Do something little, 30 minutes a day, get it in. Start with walking. It starts with momentum. The momentum you build every day builds upon what you've done the previous day. Understand that, guys. Consistency over intensity. Just maintain, just keep going. That will always help you. Number 3. Sorry, we got these insects in the background. Faith is required, not security. This is something I learned throughout my life of living in different residences with different people and things of that nature. And I've learned that throughout life, we tend to when we want to hurry up and make income so we can provide security for ourselves and security for our families. No one wants to feel insecure. We all want to feel that we are safe and that if something goes wrong, things will get taken care of. That's why we have insurance, right? Health insurance, car insurance, life insurance. We want security. We want to know that if something goes wrong, there is a safety net, right? That's common sense 101 of today and age, right? But guys, we in this day and age of living for security, guys, we lost our ability to dream, and we lost our ability to have faith and understand what faith is. Faith is pretty much just the knowledge of hope. The knowledge of hope of better things. That's what faith is. And too many people, we understand, hey, faith don't pay the bills. I understand that. Hope don't pay the bills, right? Security does, right? Security in that job, security that you get that paycheck. And I understand that. We have to have that mindset of security. Yes, indeed. But also, guys, we have to understand that we must never lose our faith in the things that we want to achieve. Not just secure something for ourselves. We want to continue to grow by having faith in those things, which is very important, guys, because a life without faith, life without hope is very dreadful. Because any situation, I can guarantee you guys, anything that you go through, if you don't have a constant mentality of faith and positivity, anything will knock you off. And I guarantee you it will come to knock you off. Whether it's death in a family, whether it's loss of security, or whether it's simple emotional depression and anger, guys. Something will knock you off if you don't have faith in your life. So definitely, let's move on. Number 4. This may be a hard one for people to take. No one is coming to save you. You got to take part in your own rescue, guys. No one is coming to save you. No one, when we were kids, growing up, our parents would wake us up for school every day, remind us, to brush our teeth, tell us the things that we got to do. They were pretty much our discipline, and they were the ones who showed us discipline in our lives. But as we become adults, we understand, guys, that, and you have to understand that no one is going to wake you up on a day-to-day basis. No one is going to remind you of your dream. No one is going to tell you that you're wasting time. No one is going to tell you, well, they'll tell you when you get overweight, they'll tell you that you got big, definitely tell you that. But they won't tell you that you need to work out. People will just accept you the way you are, guys. You have to learn to be the momentum in your life. No one is going to come give you the job. No one is going to come give you the opportunity. No one is going to give you the course and say, hey, this is something that's good for your life. People are just they're going to let you do you. And if doing you is pretty much doing nothing, wasting time, jagging off, I'm telling you, man, life is just going to pass you and no one is going to care. And hey, that doesn't mean they don't love you. Of course they love you. But everyone is living their life, man. They're too focused on their life to focus on making sure you have motivation. You got to be your own engine, man. You got to take part in your own rescue. That's why when you're an adult, man, you ain't got nobody to blame but yourself. As far as the decisions that you make and the consequences that come from those decisions, they're all on you. It's all a path. No one just winds up in a messed up situation. It is an accumulation of day-to-day habits that a person do that brings them to the accumulation of their situation. We have to understand that, guys. You control that. I control that. And we have to be understanding that we're the rescuer. we're the victim and we're the rescuer. So we need to get started and get into some survival training. Real talk. All right, next one, guys. I'm gonna talk about this next one real quick, and then we'll bring it back. Problems are gonna come. It will get worse before it gets better. Become comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's, man, I heard that from Steve Harvey. Real talk, that you got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's real talk right there. You got to put yourself, and how do we make ourselves uncomfortable? We put ourselves in new situations, right? Every time we're in a new situation, our mindset is in anxiety mode, right? Because it's a new situation. Our frontal lobe is wide open because it's something that we're not accustomed to. Whether it be a new job, first day on the job, whether it be a new venture, or whether it be something that we're getting into that's unfamiliar education-wise, right? Our mind, we generally can go haywire, right? So we got to understand and calm ourselves down, man. We have to tell ourselves, hey, problems are going to come with this new venture. Anything new will get worse before it gets better, guys. We got to anticipate that. But anticipate that it will get better. Every day that you do, your mind is getting accumulated. Your mind is getting accustomed. Your mind is getting used to what you're doing. You have to also help your mind along by having the belief system that regardless of what struggle it is, that you are built for it. Okay? It happens in the mind first, guys, before it ever happens in reality. You have to understand that. And problems are going to come. Prepare for them. Rush through them. Understand that problems will arise because you are learning something new. Just let the learning process take you. Hey, if it's a mistake, you learn from that mistake. You don't repeat the mistake. You remember the mistake and you move forward. Don't let that mistake don't let them think that mistake is attached to who you are and your work ethic. Never. Okay? If you've done something wrong, you take blame, you take up accountability for it, move forward. It always draws responsibility. It always draws respect. Remember that. And that's worth more than anything. So guys, we have to understand, become comfortable with being uncomfortable. Be the one who takes the responsibility. Be the one who steps up when someone is needed. Be the one to stand out from the crowd. How do we stand out from the crowd? We stand out from the crowd by understanding that anything we do matters into how we do anything is how we do everything. There we go. How we do anything is how we do everything. That is how we stand out from the crowd. When we exemplify success, when we put ourselves in an uncomfortable situation, and we continue to have that belief that we are going to maintain, that we are going to succeed, that we are going to overcome, the universe is going to understand that and get out your way. That's how that works, right? Talking about ways, let's talk about that. Failure is okay, guys. Not trying is not. Failure is all right. Failure is a learning opportunity. Always understand that, guys. I failed